Hi guys, it's Dr. Gibson again. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thanks for joining me again in part 2 of choosing that healthy diet. In the first video, we had talked about the fact that diet really has to be individualized. It's hard for us to just have a one-size-fits-all diet. We're all very different. We come from different cultural backgrounds. We live our lives differently. And we really need to find the diet that's sustainable for us long-term. You know, people tend to just want to label each other as this or the other, vegetarian, meat eater, and truthfully, we all can fall into a spectrum of things, and we don't have to say that I eat a keto diet or I eat an Atkins diet or I'm strict vegetarian. There's just so much for us to learn from each of these diets that we can actually put them together to find something or a way to live and eat healthily that's sustainable for us individually. So we'll start by talking mainly about the plant-based diets, and then we'll kind of drift into the animal-based diets. First diet on the list is our vegan diet, which is a very restrictive diet. It's really difficult to follow. I myself tried to be vegan for a short time, and it's just really difficult. Only 3% of Americans are vegan. Clearly because of this, it's really hard to just keep up with it. But there are definite health benefits once the vegan diet is healthy. A vegan diet implies that there are no animal products, and this could still include a lot of processed foods, but if we choose healthily and it's mainly plant-based, then you could understand why you can get the maximum anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer, anti-aging benefits from this diet. The longest living group of Americans is actually a vegetarian group of Adventists who have a 10-year addition to their life expectancy compared to the average American. And that just says a lot about what vegetables and fruits can do for our bodies. It's clearly just nature provides this for us. We've just drifted away from it, just living in our homes and just having the ease of packaged and processed foods. So a vegetarian diet definitely has a lot of health benefits. If we substitute plant protein for animal protein, it has been proven to decrease mortality. There's decreased risk of chronic diseases. There's also the possibility of having remission of your chronic diseases by just substituting this. There's decreased risk of autoimmune disease, decreased risk of diabetes, strokes, and heart attacks. A vegetarian diet is clearly healthy. Of course, it represents a spectrum of diets. I am mainly pescatarian. I do eat, for example, meats on the holidays, like turkey and chicken, but our family basically sticks to mainly legumes for our protein source. Some vegetarians may eat eggs or milk, lacto-ovo vegetarians. This diet, actually all plant-based diets are risky. There could be deficiencies of vitamin B12, iron, calcium, zinc, iodine. So we just have to be careful if we do choose to become vegan or vegetarian, that we eat a wide variety of fruits and vegetables, and also be careful if we are prone to deficiencies to make sure we supplement as needed. Our next diet is probably one that is very popularized by modern medicine, and that's the Mediterranean diet. And this diet originated from the countries that are close to the sea, such as Greece and Spain, and it involves a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables, as well as healthy fats and nuts, seeds, herbs, and seafood. Poultry, minimally, red meats, minimal in this diet. And in terms of the seafood, they provide a lot of omega-3s. They also focus a lot on extra virgin olive oil. And the type of fish that provides the omega-3s would include salmon, sardines, mackerel, and albacore tuna. So those are important things to note when choosing that type of diet. We'll talk about some diets that have been popular over the course of time. So we're kind of moving into the more animal-based diets. The Paleo diet originated based on the hunter-gatherer type eating style. So basically they eat meats, fruits, nuts, eggs, and they avoid stuff that we would basically grow. So it's stuff that's readily available that hunters and gatherers over 10,000 to 2.5 million years ago were able to get to eat at that time. Moving along to our more animal-based diets, we'll talk about the Atkins and the Keto diet. The Atkins diet originated in the 1960s. I think a lot of people are familiar with Dr. Atkins. And it was kind of like a refreshing diet when we consider what was happening during that time, when people were cutting back on all the fats and eating all the carbs and sugars, which was clearly unhealthy. It kind of just went a little bit too far in terms of the fat side and unhealthy fat. So this diet was basically a mainly meat-based, high animal protein, low carb diet. So it could include something like fried chicken and bacon and eggs, which clearly we know if you're eating this every day, it can't be healthy. Of course, this is very filling, but not healthy in the long term. But again, all these diets have sort of morphed in time. So the Atkins diet now includes more healthy animal products, as well as healthy fats, and not as much fried food, and has included more fresh fruits and vegetables over time. The keto diet was very popular. I can specifically remember people doing the keto diet and buying the urine dipsticks to check for their ketones and all this good stuff. Again, this is a highly animal-based diet. For those meat eaters, clearly loved by the meat eaters. But again, a lot of animal fat in this diet, very low carbs, so less than 50 grams of carbs per day. That's equivalent to about a bagel. And really didn't include that much vegetables and fruits. Of course, that was, the original keto diet, and the keto diet as well has morphed into a more healthy way of eating, where there's still a lot of animal products and low carbs, but the focus as well is including a lot of vegetables and fruits and healthy fats instead of unhealthy fats. So avocados and extra virgin olive oils and salmon has recently been included. The keto diet definitely promotes a lot of weight loss up front. However, with time, there's loss of muscle mass. So this is not really a sustainable way to lose weight. The way I look at diet really is that, number one, your diet has to be fiber sufficient, meaning you need to have a lot of fiber in your diet. Why do we need fiber? It's healthy for our gut microbiome. It helps to fill us. So I think overall, all these diets have really changed over time to include healthy concepts of eating. There are certain foods that we definitely need to eliminate or minimize in our diets. This would include our sugars or simple carbs, processed meats, which are proven to be carcinogens, red meats to limit as much as possible. There are certain things that we definitely need to include in our diet, and these would include our nuts and seeds, or complex carbohydrates, fruits and vegetables in abundance, herbs and spices, and probably seafood if we can tolerate it, and that would include our healthy seafood with a lot of omega-3s, as well as extra virgin olive oil and avocados if we're able to eat those. The maybes, I would say, would be our meats, eggs, dairy, and perhaps legumes. So let's discuss a little bit about choosing the right meats. we need to choose healthy animals that are minimally processed. So healthy animals would include, for example, grass-fed cows that are organic. We could also consider our wild-caught fish, pastured chicken that are organic as well. We really need to choose animals that are antibiotic-free and that are hopefully raised in a regenerative grazing system. This is just better for the environment. Of course, we know all these meats are more expensive, and here's the thing, if we're cutting back on meats, then we can afford healthier meats for our families. These animals have a healthier fat profile. They have less diseases such as Salmonella and E. coli. They have more antioxidants, more omega-3s, increased vitamin E and A, and so we have a decreased risk of cardiovascular disease and cancer when we eat these healthier animals. I'd like to talk a little bit about how we cook animal products as well, because I think a lot of us don't know about the effects of cooking on, number one, the production of carcinogens, which is really important. When I studied in Jamaica, I was exposed to the fact that Japanese as well as Jamaican people have an increased risk of stomach cancer, mainly because of the smoked foods that they eat. So we have to consider how we cook our food when we're thinking about preventing disease for our families. In terms of meats, of course, we all know that frying is really not good for us, but barbecuing, charring, high temperature cooking is also not good. It increases the risk of carcinogens. It's better for us to marinate our meats and bake them. It's just safer and healthier. So we should do this as much as possible. If you choose to eat meat, choose healthy meat and high quality animal products. So I hope I was able to share enough information to help you to choose a healthy diet for you and your family. Join me again next time when I will be talking about the wonderful, interesting, and ever-evolving gut microbiome. Until next time, I'm Dr. Tessa Gibson. Thank you for joining me today, and please like and subscribe below. Until next time, bye.